What if I told you there's a shooter coming out that looks like a 1930s cartoon, but plays like a brutal modern FPS? That's exactly what Mouse PI for Hire is doing, and it might be one of the most unique games releasing soon. This is a first-person shooter developed by Fumi Games, and it stands out instantly because of its art style. The entire game is inspired by early black and white rubber hose animation, similar to cartoons from the 1920s and 30s. Everything is hand-drawn and animated frame by frame, giving it a look that feels completely different from anything else in the FPS genre right now. But don't let the cartoon style fool you. This isn't a casual or goofy shooter. Underneath that vintage look is a fast-paced, action-heavy gameplay system that takes clear inspiration from classic shooters like Doom. You'll be running, gunning, and constantly moving while fighting off enemies in tight, chaotic encounters. You play as a private detective named Jack Pepper, and the story is set in a noir-inspired city filled with crime, corruption, and danger. From what's been shown so far, the game leans heavily into that detective theme, with missions that involve uncovering secrets, taking down criminals, and navigating a world that feels straight out of an old crime film. Combat is where the game really starts to show its depth. There's a wide variety of weapons confirmed already, including classic firearms like revolvers and shotguns, but also more creative and exaggerated tools that fit the cartoon theme. Some weapons have over-the-top animations and effects that match the rubber hose style, which makes every fight feel visually unique. Movement also looks like a big focus. Gameplay trailers show quick dodging, constant repositioning, and aggressive enemy encounters. This isn't a cover-based shooter. You're expected to stay in motion, react fast, and manage multiple threats at once. Another thing worth mentioning is the enemy design. Enemies match the cartoon aesthetic, but still come across as threatening. They're not just basic targets either. Different enemy types appear to have unique behaviors, which could add variety and strategy to combat encounters. Now, in terms of negatives or concerns, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, while the art style is incredibly unique, it might not appeal to everyone. Some players could find the black and white visuals harder to read during intense combat, especially when things get chaotic. Second, the game is being developed by a smaller studio, which means we don't fully know how long it is, how polished it will be at launch, or how much content it will include. That's always something to watch with indie projects, even ones that look this promising. Another unknown is the story depth. While the noir detective setup is interesting, we haven't seen a full breakdown of how deep the narrative goes or how much player choice is involved. It could be a strong point, or just a backdrop for the action. As of now, Mouse does not have a confirmed full release date, but it is expected to launch in 2026. It's also planned to release on PC and consoles, though exact platform details may vary. Overall, this is shaping up to be one of the most visually distinct shooters in years. It combines a retro cartoon art style with modern FPS mechanics, which is a rare mix that could either hit big or fall short depending on execution. If the gameplay delivers on what we've seen so far, this could easily become a standout indie hit. But until we get more hands-on details and a confirmed release window, it's still a wait and see. So, before you buy, keep your eye on this one. But don't jump in blind just yet. What do you think? Does the art style make this a must-play, or does it turn you off completely?